made it that far, but she's been like first pick or second pick for a lot of these games so far. But yeah, she is.
So what is important for this game for Empire? Because we agree that Empire is going to be the one to maybe need to be putting in a little bit of extra effort to be able to come out with a win here. What is important for their draft to be successful?
Run Secret down as much as they can.
Yeah.
Just stop Lone Druid becoming the guy who you can't kill and who eats all your...
Don't get faked out by the Sabaton, because he's going to be annoying. Like, Fada's going to run at you and die a bunch, and you're going to get fooled into thinking, like, that's worth it. But you need to put as much pressure on this LD as possible.
All right. Pressure and aggression coming out from Team Empire. That sounds like a fun game. And for a fun game, we've got Fun Casters, ODPixel and Fogged.
10 seconds remaining.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, third series of the day. It is Team Secret versus Team Empire. I'm ODPixel. I'm here with Fog. We've just seen the two lineups. We are getting sort of the treat of a mid-1 Kunkka. We've seen it before here at a DreamLeague LAN finals, and it was very successful last time around when we saw it.
But full set too.
He does. He's got the hat on. He's got this.
I've never seen that weapon before, right?
Weapon.
Look at that weapon.
Oh, look at his weapon.
I'm pretty excited.
Very nice.
But yeah, very unorthodox kind of lineup coming up from Secret in comparison. You look at Empire, it's very stable, stuff that we're used to seeing.
Death Prophet. Teams again, this Death Prophet as a 5th pick. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be pretty good. A pretty good feeling if you're one of the teams getting a 5th pick Death Prophet through the draft like Empire.
And he's versus a Lone Druid, right? So Spirit Siphon, incredibly good at all stages of the game versus that Bear. So that can be pretty cool. So we're going to see what they can actually do with it. So for me, I'm looking at, of course, the mid-1 Kunkka. We'll get there right away. I actually think, I really like the concept of the Kunkka versus Gyrocopter overall, because if you can actually, in theory, right, if you can get your Rum off as the Gyro uses Flak, you can be negating a lot of that burst potential, a lot of that AoE team fight. That is where the Gyro thrives. So
we just
really cool.
I mean, but recently we saw, obviously, at GSC, Lil at the Kunkka was absolutely on point with just the ghost ship usage. I think that's what you got to look for. Not just in the offensive capacity, but as you said, absolutely, especially in the early fights, as the defensive play. Because the thing's using aggressive. Sure, if you've got the setup, you're guaranteed to sort of hit 1. Sure, if you get them off guard, you're going to catch 3 or more. But the fact that it's so easy to just get your own team covered in these 5v5s, as you say, against the lineup from Empire that's going to want to look to skirmish around the mid game, it can absolutely be fight changing.
Yeah. Secret though, greedy lineup. Absolutely greedy. Because they have they've got Lone Druid. Their catch is pretty minimal. They're really relying mostly on just this Kunkka getting out of control and then just them kind of just overrunning, being able to just 5-man versus Empires. But Empire's lineup is incredibly strong at all stages. They have an immense amount of damage, lots of control, pretty much everything you'd kind of want in a draft. So we'll see if Secret can actually make this draft work.
Let's have a look. Any sort of lanes that you expect we're going to see teams try and dodge? I mean, at the moment, what Ace is going up top, and he is on his own in this matchup against the Omni Knight, and we'll see. I mean, I guess you can leave in there, right? If you're Secret, you don't really need to babysit this Lone Druid in this 1v1 early on.
Yeah, they're just going to be moving around a lot. I think they just have to make sure that Fada doesn't get completely zoned out bottom.
Yeah.
Because I think the lanes are pretty standard. You look at Secret, they're going to have Lone Druid top, supports are going to be moving around a bunch. Maybe Witch Doctor starts top, gets some pulls off, but they want to be able to help Fada with this Bounty Hunter. Same thing in that mid lane. Puppy's all about this information on this Bounty this game. Because versus Bane, you don't really want to be playing near the Bane as the Bounty Hunter. You want to be forcing reactions and movements from the Earth Spirit. Keeping tabs on where that is.
I see Ghost Stick is hanging around here. We'll see if he can maybe have a bit of a look in onto the rune, but it's going to be hard with Ace having the backup of Yapsor for this Bounty rune control. In fact, Secret have managed to invade Empire's half of the jungle here, so they will be able to claim themselves 3.
And Puppy's actually going to just take the wave so that his Abaddon can actually get something bottom. I do like this play. We saw Peppy do the exact pretty much.
I was going to say, yeah, this seems to be a thing that we're seeing people do, rather than, as you say, the off-laner sort of throwing his life down here to get the full pull round, have their supports make this sort of selfless move and just not sacrifice sort of the health of their off-lane core.
The Fada, like Will was saying, Fada's just going to try to be that nuisance bottom lane. Should be able to get something down here because of that pull. But Empire, they're going to try to meet it and do their best to deal with it. Puppy looking for some courier snipes. Not going to happen just yet. And mid, FN should have a very good time versus this Kunkka in the mid lane. But we're not used to seeing too much of that Kunkka core, so we're going to see what he can do.
No. And as I said, we've seen mid-1 in the past. He knows what he's doing on this hero. Yeah. It's definitely seems to be a bit of a special trick that he likes to whip out now and then.
Yep. Pressure coming out onto FN. Torrent connects. Puppy's there as well, trading some hits.
Mid lane, now going to go in.
A lot of damage.
He's popped the Fairy Fire, Siphon as well, helping keeping him alive, and he'll be fine.
Now Yoku
He's now the one in trouble. And in fact, a couple more right clicks, that'll be it. First blood for mid one as he gets the backup of Puppey. FN's still playing around. Does to be a little careful as he's low on health. He's got the salve out though, so he'll top himself right up.
Crazy amount of damage between the two of them. In mid one, since the creeps got under his tower, he was able to push the wave out too with that Tidebringer bit, so he had creep advantage there. So as soon as the Earth Spirit rolls in, lots of creeps hitting him. And top lane, YapzOr will be starting up there, just making sure Ghostic doesn't have a fun time.
Just getting right clicks out of the lane there once the Maledict's on him.
Let's see if Puppey can get this courier snipe. They are just sitting the courier actually at base for now.
I mean, they've got
the salve. They can't let that happen.
Absolutely, you just can't. When there's a bounty in the game. But we say that, but we see so many times pro teams sort of forgetting about bounty. So bottom lane, Fada will be gone on. He's got the Aphotic Shield, but that is not going to be enough to keep him alive. Miposhka and Nyx fight through it and get Empire a kill onto the board.
Power of the gyro. As soon as you hit 2, most offlaners are at threat of dying.
Even someone like an Abaddon, who's normally pretty resilient against that sort of damage.
Look at mid one going that mid lane. 13 and 5 to the 6 and 2 Death Prophet already. Having an excellent time. Tons of tangos too. They gave him extra regen. He's brought a couple extras too, and almost with those phase boots.
Now, I think it's just one of those heroes that if you know what you're doing in the mid lane, because of just fundamentally how the hero works with those early skill points. It's hard. Even if you're a strong laner like a Death Prophet, mid one could play around that on the Kunkka. Especially with Puppey having a look in on mid.
If you're very good at toggling that Tidebringer, you can get so many denies. And that's exactly what he's been doing.
Yeah. He's keeping it on, keeping the lane very hard for FN to play in. FN does have, of course, Yoku behind him. He's going to need some help because they've made the opening. They get FN dragged back, and in fact, that torrent will seal the deal. FN will fall. Not a lot that Yoku can do as he rolls in, as there is no helping that Death Prophet. FN really starting to fall behind in this mid matchup now.
Yeah, Puppey with the perfect positioning there both times around, helping out mid one to get those kills. Bottom.
Does have the shield. See how much of a chase to go. In fact, Fada's going to turn towards Nyx. The Miposhka has to put the Nightmare down onto the Abaddon, make sure that gyro does not get run down.
Yeah, YapzOr is already feels like he's done his job top. They know they've shut down the Omni-Knight quite heavily, and Ace is going to be going for that Dominator build on that Lone Druid, as we've been seeing more and more.
And we're going to see this, be sort of responded to by Empire. They're sending Yoku down here as well. So there will be the two supports ready to fight against Fada and YapzOr. But at the same time, Secret, they mirror the movements themselves. Puppey's going to come down here, so we've now got a full 3v3 down in this bottom lane. You'll see who's going to kick it off first. The pings are out. Puppey just making sure. I know where Miposhka is. They're leading in. Puppey's getting some good vision here on the two of them. Might try and lead in onto the Bane. Miposhka comes back in. Quick bottle smash onto YapzOr will allow Yoku to grab the rune. The life of Miposhka in trouble. He's near the neutrals, but they won't be able to finish him off as Secret do get the kill.
Very nice rotation coming out from them. Just, as soon as Lone Druid's got a free lane, that's what we were talking about, is these supports have the freedom to move around the map.
And he has more than a free lane. 24-14 against the 10 for 2 of Ghostic. Ace is... I don't think he's missing a single one.
I don't think so. Not just yet.
Early days, but Secret starting to get an early farm advantage with these lanes. So far, Empire... to really be able to shake them up. They're going to try down bottom, going in on Fada, but Fada and YapzOr, they turn. They look towards Yoku, who's got the Maledict on him. The right click's bringing him low. Will be fine. Nyx trying to return fire as he looks towards Fada.
Look at them
shield
just
is up.
Around. No fear coming out from Secret.
Yoku just barely surviving that as he retreats back to base. So far, it seems like in these first 5 minutes, Yoku's really struggling to find a lane where he can have an impact.
There is, I mean, we have been seeing the decline a bit of that Earth Spirit because of that lane pressure. You can't actually do what you used to do, because the main thing as that Earth Spirit now, which we've been seeing, is you try to help that mid laner, but a lot of times you roll into tower.
Yeah. And that's your mid laner. The mid laner, of course, being a Kunkka. Yeah, strength hero, pretty tanky. And you roll in, there's always the chance of a torrent turnaround with the slow time for people to TP in. But at bottom lane, as we've seen, that's a hard lane with the core Abaddon, and top, there's a lone druid. Sure, he's on his own, but good luck trying to get to the hero himself with the way that Ace is playing. Yeah. Very hard heroes for Empire supports to gank.
Mid one has had a 2-level advantage over the Death Prophet at one point. Look at this. FN just keeps getting hit by Tidebringer, forced to bring salves constantly.
I see either the second or the third. Gonna look towards him. They do have Yoku here. Mid one's level 6. It's just not a kill you're getting. Even if that slow hits, I doubt that it's gonna happen, especially with the boat.
You can just turn, you can just turn in boat, and then the rotations can come out from the rest of the Secret supports. Very scary. for Empire in this middle lane. However, now, mid one, he gets the boat up defensively.
I mean, that's the thing. As soon as the boat's up, you know, it's pretty much a kill you just can't take. He's up to the high ground. He's out of there. Puppy's actually coming in. He's having a look. We'll see the TP come through, so doesn't want to reveal himself.
Puppy, though, walked under vision of a sentry.
They did, and they have the dust to follow up. Yoku looking towards him. Puppy considering finishing himself to the Ancients here, I would imagine, as there are 3 heroes surrounding him. They punch through. Puppy
is wearing off.
It is. Is it going to be enough to save him? Oh, they've got backup sentries, and Crypt Swarm will clip.
Costly, though. That's a lot of gold and rotations committed. They spent dust and a sentry to get that. And he's only worth 164
And I'm
gold.
looking at this big old bear with 7 minutes in. He's already brought the tier 1 down to half health.
Yeah, he got the Dominator before the 5-minute mark, so he's able to steal that wagon.
I mean, this top lane is a massive disaster for Empire. All 3 cores of Secret are very early on getting ahead. Empire have got to find some way to at least even out one of the lanes. They're looking towards Fada, but Fada's level 6 now.
He's doing great bottom. Having this Arcane Rune now, he's able to spam the shields too. 25 last hits. This was the lane that Secret was kind of like, okay, we're going to sack him a little bit, but Fada doing excellent with those movements coming up from the 2 supports. It's always the beauty about having the bear, like we were mentioning. Top looks at deciding to make his first rotation. They want to secure this tower and maybe get some kills out of it. Stick, not have repel available. They actually get the courier too with the Tidebringer. That had somebody's boots on it and a couple TPs and clarities. That's a costly death. And now Ghost Stick.
Now looking towards him.
Close the gap.
Here's got the purification. Bo coming in on top of the X mark. Ghost Stick without a point in repel. No way to play his way out of that.
It's a 6k advantage at 8 minutes, Owen. Wow.
We are seeing some one-sided games today.
Yeah, I think that was FN's boots as well, as well as some clarity. So he's now running around with just double null on this poor Death Prophet. Very easy for them to catch him.
Here we go. They're going to try for Ace. Boulder Smash lean in. Ace immediately goes for the TP out. They haven't got any way to cancel it. He's gone, and the Bear's going to probably survive as well.
Yep, Rick calls it away.
Even Carty gets out alive.
Oh my.
Bottom lane, Fada, he's just getting the chance to hit the tower.
We were talking about how Secret looks like they have a greedy draft on paper, but they're making it work exceptionally with all these movements.
Secret.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not holding back at all this game. This is them coming up to the LAN, as we've said. You know that the last previous LANs, they've normally make it out of the groups, get to the playoffs, and then sort of begin to falter. Already here, you can sort of taste how hungry they are to just get these wins in the bag and not mess around.
They've got the boat follow-up.
Go for the Nightmare. Well, that's not going to save it. Mid one now on a killing spree. The armlet is pretty much there. In fact, with his tower, he should have it. This 10-minute armlet phase. That is a scary Kunkka, and dare I say, with the armlet at this sort of timing, this is absolutely a game where mid one may just not die.
He saw that glyph. The shield pops. He really wanted to get the last hit with the Tidebringer, but they do glyph and save the crews for now, but they lose this tower, and mid's also getting pressured as well. Ace is looking to go for that ranged lone druid build.
Let's see if Empire can find a killing response. They look towards the Yapstor, but look, the Nightmare taken off by Ace's Bear, buying Yapstor sometime. The Boulder Smash.
It's off the mark.
Yoku. He was shooting and trying to score. I don't know where he was trying to score.
He got it onto the high ground at least, near the Ancient. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
A big miss.
Must have used the wrong foot.
Very costly rotation too. They really need to be getting these kills too, especially if they're going to be bringing the Gyrocopter in the rotations, because it's level 6 on Nyx, and he's their strongest hero at this point because of how dreadful the mid matchup actually went for FN.
Nyx, down bottom. He will pop the cooldown, but the combo comes in, and you know, as we sort of said, once that rum is out upon you,
the rum
you're not dying.
The torrent was off the mark though. Will actually survive.
Stroke of luck there for Nyx. From a misplay from mid one. Puppy, Bush is trying to find that level 6. So, I mean, this is the scary thing. Secret at a 7k lead, and this is before Track's online.
Yeah.
Once Track's online,
I mean, they're starting to claim so many buildings as well. All the tier 1s are taking. Tier 2 bottom is dead as well now. How can Empire just can't respond? They've just been completely destroyed in this laning phase. 9k advantage.
That's a rough one. They've got to look for something, but they've got to get something done in terms of a big team fight with Exorcism and cooldown. But
yeah, they need everything to come into play.
It just feels like you have to disable mid one, or just make sure mid one's not in the fight. If he gets the ult off, you're not killing anyone that's covered in the rub.
Double Dominators built up. Fada as well as Ace.
One more creep wave, and he will have that 6.
Empire is grouping up now. They're going to go for this tier 1 siege, but at the same time, look at Secret. They're just responding, taking another tier 2 soon. But they decide to move. Nyx is coming in. He needs to be able to... I mean, they have to get kills with these rotations of Gyro. He's level 7 on this safe lane. Everybody on this... All the cores on the side of Secret are just doing way better than him right now. And the X comes out.
Yeah, managed to look towards the bait. He is on the high ground, Miposhka. Will be able to keep himself fine. The flag comes out from Nyx as they start to attempt to push back Secret. Fortification popped as well. The Torrent out onto Ghost Stick, trying to run forward, force back this Omni Knight and create the space to take another tower. 12 minutes in, and Secret have managed to claim 2 tier 2 towers from Empire.
It's devastating. Now Nyx, there's not really safe places to be on the map for the side of Empire. They've lost so much map control. This Gyro now getting ran down.
This is the track online. But this is where we're going to start to see the big bucks really roll in. I mean, not necessarily in terms of kills, because of obviously how far behind Empire's cores are. That Gyro kill only granting mid one 200 gold.
And look at this. The Catapult's just scouting out FN too. They're just walking around, keeping it on top of him. They can't kill that Catapult. He's like, okay, Omni's here, Death Prophet's here. Look at this.
Maybe if he's quiet, you know. Ghosty won't know he's there.
How can Empire take fights now at this deficit? It's actually so hard versus this Kunkka boat. And now, Secret just waltzes into the pit. They're just keeping tabs on Empire's heroes as well.
Yep.
Like FN, if he walks into this Secret lineup, he's so squishy. Miposhka now gets X'd up again. The Torrent this time, mid one does get it.
Yeah, Miposhka's trying to outplay her with the Nightmare attempts, but yeah, as you say, mid one reads it, just Torrents where he's out rather than torrenting at the X mark spot. And with this Roche falling pretty safely with the bear tanking it, I don't know, Empire can have any sort of a look in on this. With that Roshan going down, the gold will be there for mid one to have a 14-minute Shadow Blade on top of his armlet. He so wishes to finish off that purchase. And anytime a team gets a Shadow Blade against a team that's already massively behind, it just becomes so much worse. As you're a team that's behind in net worth, but you're now having to invest more and more in detection.
And your heroes are so weak at the moment. Everyone is like, the 2 big cores, the Death Prophet as well as the Gyrocopter, you're sitting at 1k HP. You look at Secret's lineup now at this point, this Kunkka is dealing a ridiculous amount of damage.
Ooh, I mean, Ace, he's 8.5k net worth, he's just got his Maelstrom done.
I mean, they won all 3 lanes. They really did. Pretty heavily.
With the Maelstrom on Ace, you've got the attack range as well now. So he's ready to right-click him.
Look how mid one is. Mid one's going to be hitting for like 300 damage with this cleave when he's got the armlet turned on. And they're consistently just they're just throwing these dominated creeps and just running them through the jungle and constantly seeing where Empire's moving. Just there, they had one of the small satyrs running through. Empire just starts trying to kill it, but then they redominated a new creep, so they don't even get any gold from it. It's fucking scary.
That's something that I'm sort of surprised we don't see sort of more. As you say, just the use of the creeps to just act as sort of vision. You know, there's a patrol command nowadays in Dota 2. Just get them moving around a jungle in a route.
Puppy.
And it gives you some very important information.
He's fine. He gets booted down on the low ground, but he doesn't mind. He has teammates near him.
Ghostic and Nyx trying to force some sort of a reaction as they do come across onto this tier 2 top, but Secret, they're already outside the base of Empire.
I mean, they've got Aegis. They can definitely go for this high ground feature. They've got the Maelstrom finished on Ace too. Can Empire stop this? They've got all the tokens available.
They cannot afford to lose their axe at 16 minutes in. Look at that. Southside Tormentor's in, did have the Aphotic Shield upon him. Look for the Nightmare onto the Abaddon. They want to try and finish off at least the Bear. It's getting pretty low, and they will kill it. Get the 300 gold bounty, but it cost them the life of Ghosting. The boat's coming through. Yoku will get caught out. Mid-1 and Puppey right-click him down. He should tick down here to the urn, and he does indeed. Miposhka gets the Fiend's Grip off, but overall Empire, they've lost 2. Miposhka, he'll be chased down by Puppey. They've got the X mark back from Mid-1, dragging him in. Cast down Maledict's out to FN with the Death Ward as well. Empire, they've lost 3. They'll lose FN as well. Double kill for Yapzor.
I think this game's actually...
The track kills rolling in as well with that. There's a 14k lead. Add the racks on top of that.
And they're just healing everybody up. They've got the Spirit Vessel. They've got tons of sustain. Even this X back to base comes back, heals up a bit of zone. They're not stopping. They didn't lose anybody, and everything was expended by Empire.
And we're at the 1k lead a minute that we rarely ever see get turned around. I don't think there's any question whether this game's got a chance of being turned around with Secret playing as they are and at the speed that they have. This game won. Nyx will come forward. He's got the repel. He's just getting right-click back here by Ace. The cooldown now, but where's the follow-up? Yoku's going to try and lead in onto this. Looks to get the stun out, but he himself getting stunned immediately. FN in the midst of it all.
Tidebringer.
And Yoku's gone. You're going to have to see Ghostic walk himself back to base. Miposhka gets first hit rooted by the Bear. The Bane's dead as well. The X-Mark combo onto the Gyro. It's got to be over.
It's absolutely over.
I thought we'd see some one-sided games today. It looks like we had this was just on another level. And with that, GG is called. Secret.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when's the game start, lads?
I mean, everything honestly just went perfect for them there. They get the kills in the mid.
Yeah.
They get the courier when they make the rotation. Mid-1's rotation is successful. They take the towers. Like, just everything went right for them.